Have you ever noticed how the same life can feel like heaven one moment and hell the next? It's not because life itself changed, but because your mind did. Heaven and hell aren't places you go to after you die. They are conditions of your mind, right here, right now. When life feels light, ordered, and meaningful, people say, "I'm at peace." That peace is what many would call heaven. But when life feels heavy, unfair, and overwhelming, people say, "I'm suffering." That suffering is what many call hell. It's the same world, the same reality, but a completely different condition of mind. You see, life itself is neutral. It doesn't label events as good or bad. Your mind is what assigns meaning. Imagine two people facing the exact same hardship. One completely collapses inward, while the other grows steadier, more resilient. The event didn't decide their fate, their judgment did. This is a core insight from Stoic philosophy. It is not what happens to you that shapes your life, but how you interpret what happens. So what is hell, really? Hell is a mind at war with reality. It's that voice in your head that says, "This shouldn't have happened," or "Life isn't fair," or "I just can't accept this." Every single time your mind resists what already is, it creates friction. And that friction, over time, becomes suffering. Pain in life is unavoidable. Everyone experiences it. But suffering is different. Suffering is pain plus your resistance to that pain. The mind creates hell by dragging the past into the present, fearing a future that hasn't even arrived, and completely abandoning the only moment where peace is actually possible right now. On the other hand, heaven, in Stoic terms, isn't about constant pleasure or comfort. It's about alignment. It's the ability to look at a situation and say, "This is happening, I will meet it," or "This is difficult, I will endure," or "This is completely beyond my control, I will let it go." Heaven isn't the absence of struggle. It's the absence of inner chaos. A calm mind can exist even in a hard life. And a chaotic mind can suffer even in a good one. The Stoics drew a very clear line, and this line determines whether your mind rises or falls. You control your thoughts, your choices, your effort, and your character. You do not control other people, outcomes, timing, or pure luck. Hell begins the moment you try to control what you cannot. Heaven begins when you fully own what you can. When your peace depends on outcomes, you become fragile. But when your peace depends on your character, you become unshakable. So how do we elevate the mind? Stoicism trains discipline, not just blind positivity. First, always question your judgment. When you feel distress, stop and ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this situation? If you change the story, the emotional weight changes with it. Second, strengthen your tolerance for discomfort. Discomfort isn't an enemy, it's a teacher. A mind that knows it can endure hardship doesn't panic when life inevitably tightens its grip. And third, you have to measure success correctly. Don't measure it by the results you get, but by how you showed up. Did you act with courage, with restraint, with clarity? If the answer is yes, then the day was a success, regardless of the outcome. Think of it this way. Your mind is the climate of your life. You can't stop storms from coming, but you can become so grounded that you're able to withstand them. When your mind is reactive, life feels like hell. But when your mind is trained, life becomes navigable, even meaningful. Heaven and hell are not waiting for you later. They are being built right now, by every single thought you allow to stay. Train the mind, align with reality, choose discipline over reaction. And no matter where life places you, you will always be standing on higher ground. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please subscribe for more.